taxed for the number of miles you drive or the amount of gas you consume.
Well, it's an idea that's already being done in at least one state, and now CDOT is considering it.
KRDO News Channel 13 Scott Harrison is live tonight near the intersection of 8th and Cimarron Street with new information. Scott, why is CDOT interested in following
every
the lead
year
of other
is
states?
$1 billion behind in finding money for highway and bridge projects, and the main source of that revenue, I should say, the federal gas tax, provides most of that money. But that tax hasn't been raised in 20 years. So CDOT will study whether taxing our mileage is a better way. Edward Nunez of Pueblo recently traded in his Ford Escape for a new Ford Edge.
Well, yes, I'm getting ready to retire, so this is a retirement car.
He's undecided about a CDOT pilot program starting soon, allowing 100 drivers to test how a road usage tax of 1.2 cents per mile would compare to the current federal gasoline tax.
First question that comes to my mind, does this mileage tax replace the gas tax, or is it in addition to? Is it another tax?
CDOT spokeswoman Amy Ford says the pilot program will give the agency more information about whether drivers could choose which tax they prefer, whether a mileage tax would replace the gas tax, and how drivers would report their mileage.
So when you have fuel efficiency of vehicles going way up, you have electric vehicles coming onto the road, the reality is over time people are paying less and less for the wear and tear that they use on the road. It's designed to really be revenue neutral in what we're looking at. This is designed essentially to say, how do we create a system that's fair?
The test program also would compare rural driving, having fewer but longer trips, with the shorter but more frequent trips in cities.
I don't see how they can gather the information and it be anywhere near accurate. You know, people are all over the place.
CDOT also wants to reassure drivers that none of the mileage information submitted will be used or accessed by other parties for other reasons. Now, the pilot program starts next month and will end this coming spring. CDOT will choose its test drivers for this program over the next month or so. And if you'd like to sign up for it or find out more information about the whole thing, we'll post a link a little bit later on our web story. You'll find that at krdo.com. We're live in Colorado Springs. Scott Harrison, KRDO News Channel 13.
Scott, thanks. And this is not the first time the mileage tax study has been introduced. Oregon was the first in the nation to implement it last year. 5,000 volunteers are participating with driving with devices that collect data on how much they have driven and where. Drivers had to pay 1.5 cents for each mile traveled on public roads within the state instead when filling up at the pump.